everybody, it is time for another collab video, and this one is hosted by the marvelous Danielle from Danielle Nichole. I'm going to put her link below, as well as all of the other wonderful channels that are participating. And I want to say a special shout out and a very big thank you to Danielle for including me in this collab. I thought it was fun, and I found it really fun to look for a recipe, because I needed to kind of like spark my imagination. The collab, I have not told you what it was called, is Cook With Me using Trader Joe's products. Now, if you don't have a Trader Joe's near you, no worries, because these are all things that you could probably find no matter where you're shopping, and you know, you could still do the recipe. One thing I love about Trader Joe's is that they do have very good, high quality products. Something that I really haven't seen anywhere else that I'm using in this recipe are the rice crumbles. But if you want to make this a similar recipe, I would suggest using either panko breadcrumbs, which is a whole other different story than just regular breadcrumbs, or you could use the gluten-free panko breadcrumbs. If you could find those would be rice-based, so that I think would be the closest to what I'm using, the breadcrumbs. And you know, I mean, it's still going to be good even if you don't use the rice crumbs, but I mean, it really does make it more crunchy, you know. And so anyway, it's going to be really good. I am making Parmesan crusted chicken tenders, and I thought I would try one of the new sauces that they sell there, which is the green dragon sauce. It's new to me. I've never tried it before. It does have jalapenos, so it's got a little bit of a spicy kick to it. Hubby liked it, and I like it on the kind of shy side. I can have some of it, but I'm not a huge spicy girl, but it was really, really tasty. So I imagine I'm going to be using it in the future, or maybe I'll mix it with a little bit of mayo and, ooh, that sounds good, and make a nice little dipping sauce. So, all right, let's get started. Okay, so what do we have here? Well, let's start off with a package of the Trader Joe's organic chicken breast tenderloins. Now, I think in the recipe it says 2 packages, but this one, it seemed to be just enough for 1 package. And you can certainly make your own out of chicken breast or buy any other brand. I'm also using the Trader Joe's canola oil spray. I'm also going to be using some sauce. I've never tried this green dragon sauce from Trader Joe's. It's kind of spicy, so I'm going to try it this time. It does have jalapenos in it, and I'm not a jalapeno girl, but I think this is going to be kind of tasty. All right, I'm going to be using 4 eggs. They say Trader Joe eggs, but these ones are from our chickens, so I'll just use those. 21 seasoning salute. I'm going to be using 4 teaspoons of this. If you don't have this, you could use something like a Costco no salt seasoning. It's got a lot of seasonings in it, but no salt in it. That's a really good one to have. I've got the Trader Joe's Parmesan. It's grated Parmesan. I'm going to be using 2/3 cup of that. And it says a 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. I've got kosher salt here. Sea salt would probably be better for this. And then I'm using these rice crumbs. These are gluten-free, and I'm going to use these for breading. I was really surprised to find these. They really look like they're going to be able to add a nice crunchy element to the outside of the chicken. So anyway, so this is kind of a nice find. So let's get started. As a side note, I'm going to be having some roasted corn from Trader Joe's. Nothing beats their roasted corn. And I'm going to serve that with some rinsed and drained black beans. And that'll make a great side. Okay, so to get started, I'm going to preheat the oven to 425. I'm going to spread the rice crumbles onto the cookie sheet with some parchment on it. And I'm just going to bake that in there for about 15 minutes. And I want them to toast up a little bit. Now, when I took them out, they were a little toasted on one side. That's okay. They weren't burned. They didn't taste bad or anything like that. So I'm going to put them in this bowl to cool for a few minutes. And then after they're cool, I'm going to add the grated Parmesan cheese, the seasoning, and also my salt. And I'm going to just take a little whisk, and then I'm going to break up the cheese because there's a few little balls in there, and make sure that that's nice and mixed up thoroughly. And that's going to be the coating. And then in this, I know now my eggs are white. This is like another day. I shot this over a couple of days. So now I'm using white eggs instead of the brown. But anyway, I'm going to whisk those up. Look at those whisking skills. I'm going 100 miles an hour. All right, so once that's all done, I'm going to pat dry all of my tenderloins and make sure that they are not dripping wet. I want them nice and dry, so I'm using a towel. And now in they go. I'm going to dunk them first in the egg and then into the cheesy rice crumb mixture. And then that's not enough. Now you could stop here, but I would suggest what they want you to do, and what that is, dip it in again and then go back into the mixture again. And that just creates an amazing, phenomenal coating. I'm telling you, it was just amazing. It was like having them enveloped in this. It was great. So now I'm going to take my canola oil spray and I'm just going to spray the tops, not the bottoms. I'm just going to spray the tops. I'm not going to worry about the bottoms. They don't need it. And that goes into the oven for about, I believe, 15 minutes. And then I'm going to take them out, turn them over, and it goes back in for about 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes, depending on your preference. For me, it was about 8 minutes. And you see how they didn't stick, and they're turning nice and golden. Look at that. And they just came out so great. They smell amazing. You can smell the Parmesan cheese, and they're crispy. Oh, these are so good. The kids will like them. My husband liked them. I like them. I'm going to try some of this sauce. It was a little spicy, but I think, you know what, I'm going to mix it with a little mayo next time, and that's going to make a phenomenal sauce. This was okay, though. It was really good. Now, I prepped, since I made about 14 of them, so I've got enough for this week to put in salads, sandwiches, serve on the side of pasta or whatever, or potatoes. These are ready to go. So voila, there you have it. I hope you like it. I think that you will. All right, I hope you enjoyed that recipe. Let me know if you make it or not. It seems to be a really good one to have for prepping ahead of time, or even to just have, you know, for dinner right away. I mean, it's really good. So, and I think that it's something that the whole family can appreciate. Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in. And again, thanks, Danielle, for inviting me. I really had a lot of fun. All right, guys, I will see you later.